Oh, welcome to underKG show. Today we've got LG G3, the latest flagship coming from LG. It's got a WQHD display that's first from the manufacturer. So let's get it started. It's got a receiver on the top, 2.1 megapixels of front-facing camera with the LED notificator right there, and the 5.5 inch of a WQHD. That's 2560 by 1440 4U IPS panel. And aside from that, there's an LG logo, and it's a double-tone color, and it's not exactly the best those finish behind the LG logo, but those color trials are really nice. Those keep it not boring. On the right stands nothing, and there's nothing on the left either. What's on the top is a infrared port for your controlling your telly, and secondary microphone for noise cancelling, and there's a mobile TV antenna right there. This is a South Korea only function, so those of you who are living outside the country wouldn't have that. On the bottom is a micro USB port with 3.5mm headphone jack with the microphone right there, and they've been moving their headphone jacks a lot. This been on the top, it's on the bottom, and it's on the bottom this time, and that's pretty much it. USB 3.0 is missing right here, but not many of the phones actually have it anyway, so I don't think that's exactly a bigger of a problem. On the back is a camera, 13 megapixel camera with the laser autofocus, which shoots out laser and keeps the autofocus a lot faster than the other phones. And there's an LED flash with the volume rocker and the power key on the back, like the LG has gotten their tradition since the LG G2. And the pattern and the finish on the back key is really nice. I really like the way it feels. I really like the usability. They refined them a lot. The design of the back key is a lot better now. And what they have missed is that the G Flex and the G Pro 2 used to have a LED right here. So whenever you're lying your phone down like this, flipped upside down, you could have seen what's happening on your phone. There was an LED blinking if anything was happening, and they just took it off. I don't know why. There's there's a carrier logo with the LG logo, and there's a speaker, which really does its job. It's really loud. We'll get to that in a moment. Just stick to the video. The speaker also used to be here in the G2, and now it's on the back on the G3. I don't know why. They simply don't have consistency. What they do good is that those brushed metal finish on the back. Those metallic finish really feels good and looks good in the same time. But don't get me wrong, that's not like metal or anything. It's just a pure plastic. We can check that out by detaching the battery cover, which gives us the access to the micro SIM card slot with the micro SD card slot and the 3000 milliamps of the battery, replaceable battery in the same time. Again, this is nothing but a plastic, so don't expect a lot from it. What's impressive on the G3 is the screen body ratio is almost filled with the display. Seems like it's just like a floating display. We can check that out with the comparison with the Desire A16, which is another 5.5 incher with the same size of the screen. With the same size of the screen, a Desire is almost like an inch taller, and with the same body size, the Xperia Z1, although it's got a waterproof functionality, it's a 0.5 inch smaller of a display it's got. It was possible with the slim bezels and those other technology involved, but anyways, it really feels good to have this kind of a display screen body ratio on your palm. So there it is. What is questioning is, people actually ask, does the WQHD and the full HD display on the 5.5 inch of display is really distinguishable? And the answer seems like no. Especially when you're holding it aside from yourself. When you're using your phone, there's a bit of a distance from yourself. And especially in that distance, it's barely distinguishable. If I stick it in front of the camera, and if I do a macro shot, it will be distinguishable, but barely. So that actually seems like a waste of energy, and the CPU performance is in the same time. And what LG did was that it kind of gave screen an effect, like a sharpened effect. And so letters and the pictures are a lot sharper, too sharp that it's kind of a pain in the eyes actually. And they're manipulating the image, and there is no option to turn it off. So that was one thing. And the second thing is, since the QHD display is using up so much battery and generating too much heat, when you turn your screen brightness to 100%, it's gonna show it on the level for a few seconds, and about the time that you forget about it, it's just gonna lower your brightness down to a certain level, and that's kind of cunning. and never felt good about those kind of actions. But LG has done it again. LG did this sharpen thingy in the Optimus G, and they have it again. And this is kind of disappointing. The user interface itself is a lot better than before. The icons have gotten a lot flatter and cleaner, and they got a refined look, including the notification bar and the what's in the settings menu as well. The basics hasn't really changed. All the menus are the same. It's just the design that's changed. But not many of the companies actually do even change design, so that's a good thing, and it looks pretty nice. What LG has missing again is that on the home screen button, those soft keys, the G Flex used to have the adapt to the app option, so your soft key is gonna turn black or white according to the color of the app. They took it out. I don't know why. And those LED buttons on the back, they removed it as well. And the G Pro 2 used to have a function to shrink your size of the screen so I can use it with the one hand when I'm walking on the road. They removed that function as well. And if there is any fan of the Q remote, the remote controller, they used to have a lot more options right there. They just totally got rid of it. I don't know why either, but they did. So there's one thing that LG does well. They kind of have a function on one phone, they just like take it off on the other phone. I don't know why they do that, but it's kind of been their tradition. What people have been expecting a lot from that laser autofocus is to shoot photos fast with the faster autofocus, and it actually definitely does that. And give me a moment, let me switch back to Nova Launcher. That's my favorite. Feel better that way. If I can actually find it. Forget about it. We're just gonna go to Quick Pick and show what kind of photo it takes. So what it does is autofocus is a lot faster in the darker environment, and it really shoots great photo, except for the fact that it just like smudges photos too much. This is not, I have no filter enabled on it. This is a native photo, and when you look at the panel right here, they smudge the photo too much that I can't really read off that panel, and that's one of the disappointing factors. In the daylights, it takes some amazing photos, but most of the phones actually do nowadays, so that's not exactly a good of a figure. And the sound quality is actually pretty nice. The speaker on the back does a terrific job at on the sound quality wise. Let's turn up a track. Plays really loud music. It sounds really cool. It's got it's loud enough. But what is not good enough is the music coming from the headphone jack. The music coming from the headphone jack feels a lot emptier than it did with the G Pro 2, which had an amazing sound quality, and it's simply not good. So don't expect a lot from it. And the call quality is disappointing as well. I can't hear people well on the speaker, and the other party can't really hear me well through that microphone. So don't expect on the sound quality. And what that QHD display has done is that it killed off the battery life. It's not terrible. It's not like unusual like 2 or 3 years ago. But this is nowhere the flagship of the 2014. The Galaxy S5 and the Xperia Z2 had an amazing battery life. They lasted more than enough for a day, but the G3 doesn't. It doesn't offer any of the battery life that the G2 or the G Pro 2 has offered. And I just can't give compliments on it. And so overall, the LG G3 is kind of a one without the proper balance. The balance over here, the display is on the top. Actually, I wouldn't exactly say that the display even is on the top, because it's barely distinguishable. So for that little of a display advantage, it killed so many things, including the battery. And the battery heat, actually it gets a bit hot on the back if you continue to use it for a certain amount of time. And it's kind of a bit laggy. It's not like laggy so you can't use it, but it's not as smooth as the previous LG phones or the other phones in the market are. It has some frame drops, and it's kind of laggy in some environments, and it does that. So it lost performance, the battery life, the brightness of the screen, and the heat in the same time for that little advantage of the QHD, which is just about the marketings. So overall, LG G3 is not a well-balanced phone, and if you really want a phone, the G3 is an okay phone. It's got a beautiful design. It fits really well on your hand, and this screen body ratio just is terrific to have in your hand. But is this a good of a phone? I wouldn't exactly say that. This is not a bad phone. That's all I could say. So that was LG G3. Please don't forget to tap on there to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys later with more reviews coming. Thank you.